Qué rollo, quiero mandar un saludo a mi amigo Goodfella de parte de tu amigo Jaime Munguía. Un abrazo, carnal. Ánimo.
I'm in the very, very minority of this. And like I said, I try to be as objective as possible. And man, the time in the morning be moving like the 24-second shot clock in NBA, bro. Like, shit be moving fast as hell. I walked in the house, it was 7:16, bro. I had to run back in the house and grab something. I run back to the house literally probably not far, and it's like 7:19. It didn't take me no 3 minutes to get in the crib. But I might be in a really, really minority that think Fundora is gonna win Saturday. I mean, I knew from a stylistic point that Joseph Parker was gonna beat Zhang. I said that, and I just think from a stylistic point that Fundora will, and I think they overlooking Fundora. You know what I'm saying? I think they overlooking Sebastian Fundora. You know, and I'm gonna talk about Crawford in this video, about the WBO and him retaining the welterweight WBO as well too through this process. But yeah, they already talk about Crawford and Tszyu is in talks, and they've been in talks. I've been telling y'all that Tszyu chose to go with Keith Thurman over Crawford. Now, Crawford is a they would say a meticulous negotiator. I don't want to use the word difficult, but difficult because then you got to remember he no longer with PBC. So even with PBC, probably want him to sign a deal with them to get the Tszyu fight, but he can just do the mandatory, send it to purse bid, and don't got to do none of that, and take 2 belts in the process if he can defeat Tszyu. But they already talking about and promoting Tszyu and Terence Crawford being next. Like Fundora then fucking lost. You know, and you know, one of the things somebody pointed out, I think it was Dorian pointed out in the Discord, or was it TJ, one of y'all? He pointed out that Tszyu in like 4 months, 5 months have been preparing for 3 different styles: a southpaw, Erickson Lubin, athletic welterweight, and Keith Thurman. And now, with a few weeks left, he's preparing for a 6'6", 6'7" junior middleweight. You know what I'm saying? That fight's totally different from the original opponent in Lubin, from the other original opponent in Keith Thurman. So think about that for a minute. And, you know, Fundora, you know, I can't say he don't have nothing to lose, because if he get knocked out this fight, you know, then you know what they gonna say, his career is over with. You never recover. I mean, you know, there's a lot of guys that took losses early. I mean, Bernard lost his first professional fight, and they came back, they got it together. Taylor Farmer lost a bunch of early professional fights. He said, I wasn't taking that shit serious as I could. Came back, won a world title, made some money. So he definitely can come back. You know, he definitely can come back. But, you know, he kind of gonna be looked at as a journeyman status damn near if he lose or get knocked out. If it's a close competitive fight, I think he'd be alright. And I ain't rhyming that shit at all. But everybody just assuming that, hey man, yeah, Fundora is just gonna win, you know, gonna lose this fight, and Tszyu is gonna win. I'm telling y'all, man, some stylistic things I don't like for Tszyu in this fight. Slow starter, guard a little bit loose, and need to be tighter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he can punch, but Fundora get busy. I think Fundora can beat Fundora in the first about 5-6 rounds. And then if I'm Fundora, I start boxing his ass. I started trying to box. I know Fundora, you know, being that tall, he really can't box. He ain't got the athleticism or the foot movement, but the footwork. But I try to box his ass. For real, for real. You know, that's just my humble opinion on things. I try to get in there and box him, you know, after the 6 rounds or whatever. So try to make him come to me, like some traps, make him cut the distance off, you know, all that shit. But that's just me. But I think in the first 5 or 6 rounds he can get busy. You know, Tszyu got a loose guard, and some of the things Tszyu like to do is he like to lean back. Come on, man, you you could have made that turn, dude. Bro, the way they be having motherfuckers drive, bro. Like, how do people get driver's license? I would have made that turn. But you just sitting here, you know, looking at the damn Michigan left, and we got things in Michigan called Michigan left. It's basically a legal U-turn. That's what I say. And I know down there in North Carolina, you can legally make a U-turn anywhere that says that long as it says you can't make a U-turn. All right? So, yeah. So, he's still sitting at the damn thing. So I went around his ass. Jesus Christ. I'm halfway down the street. He's still there. But back to that. Yeah, you know, he kind of got this thing where he leaned back a little bit on his back leg. Like, they ain't going to be able to do that with Fundora. The guard got to get tight. The chin got to get chucked. That one shot at a time shit, yeah, that'll work if you punch it between Fundora punches and catch him when he don't bring his hands back home. But he got to throw 3, 4, 5 shots in a row with Fundora. He got to snatch the body. You know what I'm saying? There's some things that's not working in his favor. He ain't really a great combination puncher. You know, not a high volume use of the jab. That needs to happen. You know, not a consistent body puncher. I think that needs to happen. You know, like I said, not a great combination puncher, more of a one shot at a time type guy. He'll throw some shots when he got you down. But if Fundora punch resistance is there, I think Fundora gonna win this fight, bro. I think so. You got a guy with a loose defense. You got a guy that start off slow. You know, really ain't been through much adversity. Yeah, he got off the canvas versus Terrell Goucher, but what happened if he get cut? You know what I'm saying? How you gonna get out the way of those uppercuts? I think a lot of people, damn, somebody's dog got hit. That's fucked up. I think a lot of people, and that's because motherfuckers ain't got no lights right here, and motherfuckers be speed. Like, people don't be thinking about shit. Everybody just be thinking about getting there, and speed. And don't think about his deers crossing, his dogs crossing. That's one thing about America. Everybody be in a rush to get no fucking way. You know, every time, you know, every now and again you're gonna be in a rush. But they don't care about shit. You know, but then, you know, when it come down to having sympathy on them, everybody wants you to have sympathy and have forgiveness with them, but they don't want to have sympathy and forgiveness for nobody else. That's why you gotta be ruthless out here, bro. Everybody think they deserve a second chance, but when it comes to judging people in the court of public opinion, they gonna say you don't deserve a second chance. Especially if you ain't got the complexion for the protection out here, if you catch my drift. But nonetheless, yeah, they already set the table. Oh, Fundora, I mean, dude's gonna fight Crawford. And I'm telling y'all, when you start setting the table, man, you know, before the dinner is ready, you know, and I don't know. Well, that was an old lady that went turn. I feel bad. Sorry, Granny. I apologize. Old black lady too, sorry. And we got our car from the same place. Sorry, Granny. I know she's like young punk. But yeah. I'm telling y'all, when they set that table, man, they don't be never. Usually things don't come out good about it. You know, Fundora, the underdog, you know, he kind of can play with a little bit of house money here. Now, apparently they saying that Crawford is going to retain the WBO welterweight title while he challenged for the Super WBO Super Junior weight title. So he going to retain both titles. I expect, you know, the WBA, Super WBA, WBC titles to be stripped or vacated by him. You know, Jerron Business want to stay at welterweight where ain't nobody there no more. He just lonely boy. He lonely. You know, he lonely little motherfucker out there. But man, 2 straight trucks back to back. They got to be working together. I'm trying to get the fuck from around their ass. Yep. But so yeah, they retaining both those titles and shit right now. So they not going to strip him of the you know, of those titles, of that title right now, the welterweight title, so he's gonna retain it just in case he loses. I guess he can come back down and, you know, he can get the title. You know, but the question is, if Fundora win, is Terence Crawford gonna stay and fight Fundora? Come on. Or he gonna choose to do something else? That's the $1 million question to me. If Fundora win, is Terence Crawford still want the shot? I heard Fundora, you know, speaking on the possibility of fighting Terence Crawford if he win. And hopefully he believe he can win, because I might put a little bit of fatty on Fundora. Yeah. I might put a little bit of fatty wop on him. You know? So yeah, I think that you know, that's a good question. If Fundora wins, is Terence Crawford still gonna get in there with a 6'6" junior middleweight? I mean, you know, yeah. Is he gonna get in there and tussle with dog? I think that's a great question. Or is he just want to fight Tszyu? And like I reported, Tszyu is making $10 million fighting Fundora on Saturday night. So of course, Terence Crawford and him gonna make some bread together. And I think a lot of that got to do with the Australian money and all that too, by the way. I don't know for sure, but it's just my humble opinion. That's my opinion about it. So Crawford stay there and fight Sebastian Fundora. That's a difficult matchup for anybody. Him and Tszyu is virtually, you know, the same height. Crawford is more rangier, but Tszyu is naturally a more thicker guy. So, you know, it's gonna be interesting. You know, how would Bud, you know, fight Sebastian Fundora? Would he fight him? You know, if he wins. I think it's a good, in my mind, it's a good possibility he's gonna win. When they overlooking you like that, and everybody just glossing over, they looking to make a fight. You know, I'm telling y'all, man, there's some things stylistically wise I don't like for Tszyu in this Fundora matchup. And maybe he may show a different version of himself in this fight. You know, if I'm got to pull for a fighter fan wise, I pull for Tszyu. Ain't nothing against Fundora. I just prefer Tszyu. So. That's just my humble opinion. That's just my preference. So, nothing more, nothing less. But it's a great question. If Terence Crawford get the dub, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if Fundora get the dub, is Crawford still going to be up for the challenge? Maybe go back down and try to be two-time undisputed and fight Boots at that point. You don't know. Maybe go up and try to get into the mix at 160. I heard Carlos Adames want to move up to 168, being the interim WC title too long versus Jamal. He want to move up to 68 and fight Edgar Berlanga in Puerto Rico. They might as well try to get Sabril Matisse on that card somehow. I know he fighting in Puerto Rico coming up pretty soon too. So maybe you can get in there with one of them dudes, man. You know, Genovic, you know, Lara. I know you got a couple. You got to fight Zephyr. I think he fighting Zephyr on this card coming up. What the fuck? Oh, come on. This is bananas, bro. This is bananas. I ain't never seen this exit like this, bro. Never. And I'm about to jump right in front of this truck. He's probably gonna beat my ass. Oh, it's an accident. I'm like, dog, I ain't never seen this exit like this, bro. The exit is on 10. I got out early. I always get out early. That's wild. Whatever going on right here, man. Please don't play out this road. The lane I gotta go through, clear as a baby's ass. But yeah, that's a good question. Is Crawford still gonna fight Fundora? I asked the tough questions. Don't tell me you got us waiting because you pulled the motherfucker over. Maybe his car broke down. I'd be optimistic. But yeah, I want to see if Crawford gonna fight, dog. Yeah, his car broke down. Yeah, I want to see if Crawford gonna fight, dog. So it's a great question. If it's Fundora, let me know, you know, what y'all think. But I'm just asking the question. I ain't saying I know nothing. I ain't saying I don't know nothing. Which I don't know nothing. I ain't saying it's gonna go left. I ain't saying it's gonna go right. But if Fundora win, he look impressive, you know. Is Terence Crawford gonna get in there with him, or he gonna start hollering Canelo Alvarez? You know. And I got a hunch that apparently Canelo, you know, I heard a rumor that Canelo could be fighting over there in Saudi Arabia in December. And I feel that that's going to be versus Terence Crawford. I feel like he going to fight David Benavidez. That's just my opinion. So, I don't know. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance. Get notifications. We go live and drop video. Financially, want to support the channel? Cash App, $CJ Good 313. Venmo, CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on X, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Kick. Other YouTube channels in there. Cash App, Venmo, PayPal in there. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.